All right, guys, let's get to it. So, everybody has a cell phone. Photography is everywhere. You could just pick up your phone, take a picture. Why do you need a photographer? Let me tell you why. Because we dedicated our lives to learning how to take good pictures. You need someone for a birthday shoot, a wedding, anything. We're here. So, you can always take pictures with your phone, but sometimes you need to be in those pictures and you need a professional. We know how to capture this day. So how do we do it? If you want to be a professional, how do you capture this day? You need a camera. I have here the Sony a7R III. That's what I use on a daily basis. I'm also a Nikon shooter. I also use the Nikon D810. But enough of the technical stuff. This is a camera and I take pictures with it. Now in the digital age, what do you need? You need a computer. MacBook Pro, this is what I use. So I edit on this and I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's get started. Okay, we're at my studio and we're about to do my favorite thing, take some photos. I'm going to show you how to set up the place, but before that we have the makeup artist getting the model ready behind the scenes. Let's see what the makeup artist has to say. So we have our makeup artist right here, guys. Sophistique by
Achille Jha. Hi, I'm Achille, the face of the business, Sophistique by Achille Jha. Makeup artistry is a vital part of photo shoots, especially with portraiture. So this is what we're going to do today, work on our model and get some awesome shots.
Stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, so we left the studio and now we're on this lovely location right next to Pigeon Island, and we have the lovely model here, Danica, and we're going to take some lovely shots. Stay tuned, you're going to love it. One more. More. 6. What's up, guys? We're back in the studio. Let's start editing. So the first thing we're gonna go to is Adobe Lightroom, and then we're going to mix it up with using Adobe Photoshop. We're in Adobe Lightroom right now, and the photos are already imported in there, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So you click Import, and I'm going to go to select a source and other source, and I'm going to find the images on my hard drive. Donica TV show. All right, so it's right here. I'm going to select all photos, but I already have these images on my computer, so it'll show us this. But when you import it, all the images will be just like this one right here. So I'm going to cancel, but you're going to press import, and all your images are going to be here like this. So we have a few photos here. So to actually get to change the colors and exposure and everything on the images, you go to develop, and the develop panel is here with all these options. The basic option pretty much gives you, it's pretty much the place you make the most changes: exposure, contrast, highlights, whites, blacks, texture, clarity. Later on I'll explain what these things do. So let's choose one of these photos here. I think the model liked this one, but we'll go on to see what else they have. Yeah. We also have the ones from the outdoor, which I really liked here. Let's choose one of the outdoor ones. Okay, so we have this one. All right, I liked it because, you know, some of the shade was covering her face and some of the sun right here. I mean, yeah. All right, so let's get to it. So we're in here. I'm going to reset. This is how I got the image. So, all right, so you zoom in, you can see that it's sharp, so it's a usable photo and something that the client would like. All right, so first off, you're going to go with exposure. Exposure can make the photo really dark, really bright. So you play with it along the lines in the middle. You can correct it however you want. If you want it a little brighter, a little darker, you could do that. Contrast kind of darkens and lightens the edges, and all the dark colors you see in here and the light colors you see in here. I don't really touch it too much with the contrast. Highlights these parts of the skin on the forehead and stuff, if you bring down the highlights, it can bring down the brightness a little more. You can also use the highlight slider to bring out the blues in the sky, you know, so if you look carefully, you can see the white, and now it's blue. All right, so shadows, that's just to eliminate some shadows on the image. The white is just for all the white parts of the image. You can make it whiter or even a little darker. The black is just to bring out the blacks. Don't go too heavy on these three over here. It can make the picture look really weird. Texture is just to bring out this part of the skin you see here, like the pores on the skin. You can bring it out a little bit more. Clarity, pretty much the same thing with the texture, but it just hits the skin a little heavier. If your image has haze over it, you can take it out with this, make it a little darker. Like I said, stay using these sliders on the lighter side. The vibrance and the saturation is just how much color in the image. You can make it look really cartoony, or just keep it subtle like I usually do. All right, and I like to head down. The luminance is you just want to smooth off the skin a little bit. You don't want to go too crazy on that because, yeah, it look really fake. I have other ways I can show you how to smooth out the skin. If you just stick around, we'll learn some more. And okay, so we have here where you control the vignette. If you look carefully, you will see this thing going around the image here. Just keep adding these things really subtly, guys. You don't want to go crazy with it. Start to make the image look fake. Now, I like to touch on the calibration of the colors, but I have my special ways of adding in colors, so we can show you. This is what I usually do. With the red, I go to the right with the top slider and the left with the bottom. The greens, the same. And with the blue primary, I go to the left with the top slider and the right with the bottom. And I just fix it as I go along. Make sure it kind of blends or makes sense with the image, you know. I think her skin is a little too red now. Alright, so I like to crop my image. Kind of brings it out here. So if you look here, this is what we have so far. Yeah, she looks happy. And I still want to go back and just add a little more color in there. I think the greens are a little dead a bit. Alright. Alright. Okay, so most of these panels I won't use right now. But I want to mess around with the colors a little bit. Alright, so we're here and I want to add a little more color in the grass and stuff like that. So I'm going to just bring up the yellows. Yeah. Sometimes it kind of, bringing up the yellows can add yellow where you don't want it, but she has really white teeth, so that doesn't affect it in any way. And just to bring down the orange a little bit. And let's find the color of her dress with the purple and magenta. All right. Okay, so I think it's time that's pretty much it. And now I'm going to take it to Photoshop. So I like to keep my images on Lightroom and transfer it over to Photoshop and then bring it back to Lightroom after I save. That way my colors stay standard and it stays according to how I want it to be. All right, so we're going to send it to Photoshop now. The shortcut is Command E on the Mac or Control E on Windows PCs. All right, so the image is here. Okay, so first thing you want to do is duplicate your layer. And now we can look at all right, so we're going to use the clone stamp tool to take out the larger bumps on the skin. Oh, this image is so sharp. Stay tuned, guys. One of the shows I'm going to show you how to actually use Photoshop if you don't. But for now, if you don't, you can just enjoy it anyway. All right, so we're gonna continue looking at the bumps. All right, so this, what I just used here is the patch tool. So what you do is you wrap it around, like if you want to take out lines on the skin, and you pull it down to a place that you think is comfortable enough or clean enough so you can replace it. Yeah, looks good so far. Bring down the flow a little bit so it doesn't hit the skin too harsh. All right, so we took off all the necklines. Let me show you a before and after. Nice. All right, let's take a final look. And yeah, looks good, looks good. Okay, so next, oh wait, there's more. Yeah. All right, so I won't be going into depth with this edit, but today I did show you how to use the clone stamp. Oh, not how to use the clone stamp, but what it can be used for, and the patch tool on Photoshop. So just to recap, we added color to the image, we cropped it, and we cleaned out the skin, the neck, and all the lines. So this is what we're left with. Okay, so that's it for now. Stay tuned, I'm going to show you how to do the rest at maybe another show. So keep looking, keep watching BexPhotoPro. Oh, we're back. I was just checking out my Instagram. So, I hope you had fun today. I know I did. So I'm going to order something before we leave. Stay tuned. So, we have here this Glow Easy softbox. I think I need a new one. All right, so the size is 20 inches, too small. Let's go for the 48 inch. I think that's going to work. All right. Add to cart and proceed to checkout. Ah, it's here. Come in. Yeah. Thank you.
Pizza?
I love new stuff. Beautiful.